Hi everyone, this is Paul from SpanishWithPaul.com, back with you again with another Spanish lesson. This one has an unusual title, it says, "What's so special about me?" I'm going to explain what I mean by that in just a minute. If you'd like to download the course book and test for this lesson, you can click the link that you see on the screen right now, and I've also put that link in the description box below this video. As always, I'm going to assume that you have been through my mini course series on YouTube. If you have, you should find that this lesson is very easy to follow along with. So, let's begin. The title of this video is "What's so special about me?" And this is a play on words, because what I mean by me is actually the Spanish pronoun me, which means myself. This is a reflexive pronoun, and in this lesson, I'm going to show you how to use it. The verb to remain in Spanish is quedar. It's very simple, just 2 syllables, quedar. Now, if to that we tag on our pronoun of me, the sound we get is quedarme, quedarme. The literal meaning of this is to remain myself. And Spanish uses this for to stay. For example, if we wanted to say, I want to stay, it would be quiero quedarme. Literally, I want to remain myself. Quiero quedarme. How would you say, I want to stay here? Quiero quedarme aquí. I want to stay here tonight. Quiero quedarme aquí esta noche. What about I don't want to stay here tonight? No quiero quedarme aquí esta noche. Do you remember how to say all day in Spanish? Todo el día, literally all the day. Now try to say, I don't want to stay here all day. No quiero quedarme aquí todo el día. How do you say, I'm going to? Voy a. I'm going to stay with him. Voy a quedarme con él. What's the word for there? Allí. Now try to say, I'm going to stay there all day. Voy a quedarme allí todo el día. How do you say, I have to? Tengo que. Now say, I have to stay here tonight. Tengo que quedarme aquí esta noche. What about I would like? Me gustaría. I would like to stay there. Me gustaría quedarme allí. What's the word for again? Otra vez. Literally another time. Otra vez. Now try to say, I would like to stay there again. Me gustaría quedarme allí otra vez. What about I wouldn't like to stay there again? No me gustaría quedarme allí otra vez. To say longer in Spanish, meaning a longer period of time, would be más tiempo. Literally more time, más tiempo. How would you say, I would like to stay longer? Me gustaría quedarme más tiempo. In a previous mini course, we came across a verb to be able to, and I wonder if you can remember how to say that in Spanish. Poder. Quite incredible that so much power is packed into one word, poder, meaning to be able to. Let's try to use it. How would you say, I would like to be able to stay here longer? Me gustaría poder quedarme aquí más tiempo. There's a verb in Spanish which is preocupar. There's a lot of syllables in there. We have pre, o, cu, par. Preocupar. And it reminds you of the English word preoccupy. Now, if we tag on our pronoun of me, the sounds we get is preocuparme, preocuparme. The literal meaning of this is to preoccupy myself. And in Spanish, this takes on the meaning of to worry, to be preoccupied. For example, if you wanted to say, I'm going to worry, it would be voy a preocuparme. Literally, I'm going to preoccupy myself. Voy a preocuparme. How would you say, I'm not going to worry? No voy a preocuparme. What about I don't want to worry? No quiero preocuparme. The word for so much or too much in Spanish is tanto, tanto. How would you say, I don't want to worry so much? No quiero preocuparme tanto. To say there's nothing in Spanish would be no hay nada. I means there is, and no hay means there isn't. And then they tag on nada for the word nothing. So there's nothing would be no hay nada. How would you say, I'm not going to worry so much because there's nothing that I can do now? Here's the answer. No voy a preocuparme tanto porque no hay nada que puedo hacer ahora. How do you say what happened? ¿Qué pasó? And what's the word we normally use for about? Sobre. Now try to say, I'm not going to worry about what happened yesterday because there's nothing that I can do now. Pause and think it out. No voy a preocuparme sobre qué pasó ayer. porque no hay nada que puedo hacer ahora. I'd like to show you something strange that happens in Spanish from time to time when we use these reflexive pronouns like me. First of all, what's the verb to go? Ir. Now, if we tag on our pronoun of me, the sound we get is irme. And once we do that, the meaning of the verb changes. It changes from to go into to leave. And you hear this all the time from native speakers. For example, if you wanted to say, I want to leave, it would be quiero irme. Literally, I want to go myself. Doesn't make a whole lot of literal sense in English, but again, you hear it all the time in Spanish. How would you say, I want to leave tomorrow? Quiero irme mañana. To say very early would be muy temprano. Muy temprano. Now try to say, I want to leave very early tomorrow. Quiero irme muy temprano mañana. What about, I have to leave tonight? Tengo que irme esta noche. Try this one. I would like to stay longer, but I have to leave tonight. Think it out. Me gustaría quedarme más tiempo, pero tengo que irme esta noche. Do you remember how to say I should? Debería. Now say, I know that I should leave. Sé que debería irme. I know that I should leave tomorrow, but I'm going to stay longer. Again, pause and think it out. Sé que debería irme mañana, pero voy a quedarme más tiempo. If we take the verb sentar and we tag on our reflexive pronoun of me, the sound we get is sentarme. Sentarme. The literal meaning would be to sit myself. And in Spanish, this is used for to sit down. How would you say I need? Necesito. Now try to say I need to sit down. Necesito sentarme. How would you ask? Can I sit down here? ¿Puedo sentarme aquí? To say I'm tired would be estoy cansado, or if you are a female saying you're tired, it would be estoy cansada. How would you say I'm tired and I need to sit down? Estoy cansado or cansada y necesito sentarme. The expression for a while in Spanish is por un rato. Por un rato. How would you say, I'm tired and I need to sit down for a while? Estoy cansado or cansada y necesito sentarme por un rato. What's the word for there? Allí. If you wanted to say over there, it would be por allí. Por allí. Now try to say, I'm going to sit down over there. Voy a sentarme por allí. The verb to lift in Spanish is levantar. We have 3 syllables. Le-ban-tar. It almost reminds you of the word levitate in English. If we tag on our reflexive pronoun me to levantar, we get the sound of levantarme, levantarme. And the literal meaning of this would be to lift myself. This is what they use in Spanish for to get up. For example, I have to get up would be tengo que levantarme. How would you say, now I have to get up? Ahora tengo que levantarme. Do you remember how to say very early? Muy temprano. Now try to say, tomorrow I have to get up very early. Mañana tengo que levantarme muy temprano. To say an appointment in Spanish would be una cita. Una cita. How would you say, tomorrow I have to get up very early because I have an appointment? Mañana tengo que levantarme muy temprano porque tengo una cita. To express a time like at 7 o'clock would be a las 7. A las 7. How would you say, tomorrow I have to get up early because I have an appointment at 7 o'clock? Mañana tengo que levantarme muy temprano porque tengo una cita a las 7. In the morning would be expressed with de la mañana. So instead of en la mañana, meaning in the morning, in Spanish it would be of the morning, de la mañana. Let's add this into the mix now. How would you say, tomorrow I need to get up very early because I have an appointment at 7 o'clock in the morning. Mañana necesito levantarme muy temprano porque tengo una cita a las 7 de la mañana. So far, we've been using this reflexive pronoun of me with rather exotic verbs and meanings, but we can also use it with the old regular verbs that we're well used to. For example, what's the verb to buy? Comprar. Now, how would you say to buy myself? Comprarme. I'm going to buy myself. Voy a comprarme. The word for a coffee is un café. Now try to say, I'm going to buy myself a coffee. Voy a comprarme un café. Do you remember from the last lesson the word for a present or a gift? Un regalo. Now try to say, I'm going to buy myself a present today. Voy a comprarme un regalo hoy. Another example would be with the verb to give. What is that in Spanish? Dar. And how would you say to give myself? Darme. The word for time is quite similar in Spanish. It's tiempo. Tiempo. How would you say, I need to give myself time? Necesito darme tiempo. What about, I need to give myself more time? Necesito darme más tiempo. The word for a break or a rest in Spanish is un descanso. We have descanso. Un descanso. Now try to say, I need to give myself a break. Necesito darme un descanso. What about this one? I'm tired and I need to give myself a break. I'm going to sit down over there. Estoy cansado or cansada y necesito darme un descanso. Voy a sentarme por allí. We also have the verb ver, which means to see. How would you say, I want to see myself? Quiero verme. To say in the mirror would be en el espejo. The pronunciation here is espejo. Espejo. How would you say, I want to see myself in the mirror? Quiero verme en el espejo. Let's finish off with a little drill. How would you say, I want to stay here tonight? Quiero quedarme aquí esta noche. I want to leave tomorrow. Quiero irme mañana. I'm not going to worry about what happened yesterday. No voy a preocuparme sobre qué pasó ayer. Can I sit down here? ¿Puedo sentarme aquí? I'm going to stay here all day. Voy a quedarme aquí todo el día. I'm going to buy myself a coffee. Voy a comprarme un café. I need to give myself more time. Necesito darme más tiempo. Tomorrow, I have to get up very early because I have an appointment. Mañana tengo que levantarme muy temprano porque tengo una cita. I'm going to sit down over there. Voy a sentarme por allí. If you're serious about learning Spanish and want to become conversationally fluent, my main course, Spanish with Paul, is live and available for you now. Inside you'll get my complete course, none of which is available on YouTube, and also my personal attention to make sure you achieve conversational fluency in the fastest time possible. In short, if you like my free lessons on YouTube and the results they're giving you, then you'll love what I have for you inside the main course. You can click the link on the screen now to find out all the details. So with that said, I look forward to seeing you again in my next video.